Hey, welcome to Faith in the Morning. I'm so glad you're tuning in today. Go with me to Galatians chapter 6. We've been talking about the favor of God, and you don't want to miss this podcast. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and follow so you miss any of these devotions we release to help you start your day with faith and encouragement. You know, yesterday we talked about Psalm 5:12 and how the favor of God surrounds you as a shield. And so because it surrounds you as a shield, that means people should encounter the favor on your life before they even get close to you. So can you say that with me today? So the favor of God surrounds me as a shield. Before people encounter me, they encounter the favor of God. One more time. Say it out loud with some faith, with some hope, with some encouragement. Say, the favor of God surrounds me as a shield. Before people encounter me, they encounter the favor of God. Now, one of the definitions to be favored means to have the upper hand. We talked about that yesterday. One of the definitions of being favored means you have the upper hand. Say, I have the upper hand in life. Come on, say it out loud, put it in the chat. Say, I have the upper hand in life. One more time, say it loud, put it in the chat. Say, I have the upper hand. In Galatians chapter 6, verse 15, says, for in Christ Jesus, neither circumcision nor uncircumcision avails anything, but a new creation. So what he's saying, what does that avail mean? It means to have the advantage. And so Paul's writing to the churches in Galatia about a number of things, but he says circumcised or uncircumcised, talking about the Jewish believers and Gentile believers and all the wonderful things he covered and truths he covered. And then later to the Galatians, he says, this is not what gives you the advantage. What gives you the advantage? Being a new creation in Christ. Now we know what 2 Corinthians tells us, that old things are passed away, all things were made new, because we made new creatures in Christ. When we were born again, we became a new creation, something that's never been seen before. And part of that advantage of becoming a new creation, we were given the upper hand, or we were given the advantage. You know, a lot of people have different privileges in their life, and they do, and that's fine. Although people may have the privilege, my friend, you have the advantage. So don't go around and talk about how you're underprivileged. Don't go around talking about you don't have access, that you don't know the right people, that all this is going to be bad for you because of your age, your background, your education, your race, your ethnicity, your nationality. We're not doing that. Why? We're favored. And because we're favored, we have the upper hand. Because we are a new creation, we have the advantage in life. Can you say it loud? Put in the chat. Say, I have the advantage in life. Come on, say it loud. Put in the chat. Say, I have the advantage in life. One more time before we go. Say, I have the advantage in life. You're going to have to start thinking this way, believing this way, talking this way, and planning this way, so that when you begin to act this way, the favor of God will kick in on a whole nother level. But if you think that you will always be disadvantaged and underprivileged and never get ahead, you'll talk like that, you'll believe like that, you'll think like that, and you won't experience a lifetime of favor, because that's the will of God for you not to have moments of favor, but a lifetime of favor. And being favored means you have the upper hand in life. You might say, well, I just started saying it today. It hasn't changed yet. Well, give yourself time to grow in this understanding, to change your mindset, because the favor of God will work for you. I'll share this before we go. The favor of God will work for you in places you haven't even gotten to yet. It'll be working behind the scenes and you won't even know it. There's been times I've gone into rooms and people stood up and said, hey, we were just talking about you. How can we help you? The favor of God goes before you and prospers your way. We'll talk more about that in our future podcast. That's where you don't want to miss any of our devotionals. So like, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss any of the devotions we have for you to help you start your day with faith and encouragement. And make sure you check out today's interview that's going to inspire your faith. We're preparing for our 21 days of prayer that's going to start on August 2nd. And I want to encourage you to join us, because in this time, we're going to talk about prayer. We're going to teach on prayer, and you're going to see the connection between prayer and favor over the next few weeks. And your prayer life is going to go to the next level, and you're going into this new era of favor, experiencing all the benefits of the favor of God. So like, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss our next devotional. Check out today's interview that's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our Faith Plus app, and our YouTube channel. And make sure you plan to join us for our 21 days of prayer starting August 2nd. God bless.